welcome to my channel. What's good? It's popping in the hood, honey. I'm back with another story time. I haven't did one in a few months, so let's go ahead and get into it. So we're gonna call him Dre. I remember when I met him, I was 18, 19 years old, and I went up to my old high school to go handle some business. So I decided to go over to the back of the building to see what was going on. Around that time, it was football practice, band practice, blah, blah, blah. I ran into a girl I was very cool with in high school. She probably a year or two younger than me, and we caught up. And then she was like, girl, I got this dude I want you to talk to. It's my cousin. And I'm like, who, honey? Show me the face card. What's good? She showed me pictures, and I was like, you got potential, you got you. So I'm like, okay, I can work with it. So she called him on the phone, was like, hey, is this girl, her name Bree, she pretty, you know, she that girl. You know, she was hyping me up a little bit. And he was like, all right, so tell her to hit me up, like, what's good? And I'm like, ah! Mind you, in high school, I did not talk to dudes. I was just this chill, goofy girl just walking around the school doing me, very free-spirited. I did not care about relationships until after high school. So I was pretty excited to text him. We started texting, you know, the regular degular. What you doing? How old you is? You got kids? What's good? What's popping? We started getting closer and closer. Everything was going good, and he was just very sweet. And we started talking on the phone. We started getting close, and that's when we started linking up. I used to go over his house almost 4 times a week. I worked at evening shift at Macy's, and he worked it overnight shift around that time. Around this time, I did not have a car when I first met him, and he used to pick me up every morning. It was our daily routine. I'm not sure how we got into a relationship, but I do know it became official, and this was considered my boyfriend. Around this time, I was 18 going on 19, and he was 20 going on 21. We never even went on dates. That's how you know I was super young and naive, because baby, you try to talk to me now, oh, where is the date? I'm not finna chill up in your car listening to Youngboy while you smoke that blunt that's getting into the wig and making my hair smell like smoke. It's none of that, baby. Where we going? So it was my first experience of just experiencing like, oh my God, a dude that's been consistent. He liked me. He was just so sweet and charming, and it was pretty clingy and used to love to cuddle. I used to meet his mama. His mama used to come home, used to be like, hey, Brianna, what's up? What's good? You know, she was cool with it. Let's fast forward like a couple months. We got into our first real argument, our first breakup. I remember I was on the phone like, I'm done. And I don't even much know what he made me mad about. It wasn't cheating or nothing like that. It was just, you know, petty arguments and everything. So I was like, I'm done. I don't want to be with you, blah, blah, blah. And he kept blowing me up. I'm like, no, I'm done. I'm finished, yeah. We got back together probably that same week. After that moment, things just went downhill. I don't know what it was. Things just went downhill. I started picking up weird vibes, and things just started escalating to the point where I could not ignore it no more. So let's start with one of the first red flags. Y'all know I told you I used to go over his house every morning so we can just cuddle and spend time together, right? He used to always sleep because he just getting off work, normal. I used to be up just chilling, just scrolling on my phone. So this one particular day, his phone kept going off. It was text messages. I picked up his phone, and I couldn't see the text message, but it's some girl saved under hearts and roses and lovey-dovey emojis. Y'all know around that era, like in 2016, 17, whatever emoji you used under somebody's name, you already know it just described what the relationship was. So you already know your girl was tilt. I woke him up like, hey, honey, what's going on? I'm seeing hearts and kisses. My name saved under that. So what's going on? And I forgot what excuse he made. But of course, I gave in and I just left it alone. It was like, whatever. And I think he told me, oh, it's a friend or something like that. Some BS like that. A few weeks passed by. He actually told me he was going to take me out on a date. I was so surprised. It would have been one of my first real dates. Like somebody telling me, hey, Saturday that we gonna do this and that. So of course I'm paying attention. One thing about me, you tell me you gonna do something, I'ma hold you up to your word. Because if you're not gonna do it, don't say it. And if you're not gonna do it, don't trip if I trip because you didn't do it. Don't fall under the manipulation, y'all. He promised me this day that we're gonna go to the mall, in the movies. So I'm looking forward to it, girl. I done got ready early. I'm just looking cute, just in my room, just like, where's my man? Time passed by. I'm just like, just waiting on the text. I ain't doing much. I'm just chilling in my cut. Just waiting on my man to come pick me up with your single ass. So I called him. He ignored it the first time, I remember, and I just started like, I looked on his Snapchat. This dude is at the mall living it up with his boys. He just like, yeah, we in the mall, you up at no cookbook, looking fresh. Boy, bye. So he at the mall with his friends and dudes. So that really crushed my heart. And I'm at home looking cute, just in my room like this. He finally called me and answered the phone. And I'm like, what is you doing? I thought we was, you know, going out. I believe he told me, I'm gonna call you back, or like we still going. And he pretty much just broke his promise, didn't call back or text me the whole night. It was just like, you know, it was just a faded memory. The next day, I was so hurt. Of course I complained. He explained himself. You know how dudes can be like, I'm sorry, it ain't gonna happen again. But he never really asked me on a date again. It was just like, I said I was gonna do this, I did it. You forgive me or not, bitch? So I forgave him. I just let it go. I was just, so boom, that was a red flag. Breaking his promises, leaving, ghosting me like I ain't ish. Mind you, y'all, I was the sweetest girl ever. Boom. 2 weeks later, we chilling in the car. Somebody called his phone. It was a girl. I'm like, give me the phone. He let me answer it. I'm like, hello? And she like, hello? Who? I'm like, who is it? Who is it? Calling my man. Girl, thinking I'm queen. Go back. Who is it calling my man, honey? She like, is Dre? Do I sound like a Dre? What you trying to say? I sound like a man, honey. So basically, she just hung up the phone and was like, ooh, click. I look at him. Who's that? Like, what is you doing? You having girls call your phone? He like, man, that's just making up excuses. The same old excuses. I was so freaking hurt, but not hurt enough to leave. Ooh! Now that's a word. I was just wanting attention, affection, and just love, right? So I just let everything go so easily. I will say deep down, especially around that time after things started to happen back to back, and inside I was like, I know this do not feel right. I know I'm not tripping, but I'ma just keep trying. I'ma just keep going, because I was just so in it. I was just so head over heels. Like, everything just started changing. The vibes was different. The conversations got shorter. The consistency was minimum. The linking up started to shrink. Everything that I was used to him being, it just changed slowly but surely. And even if he was sneaking around in the beginning, he hid it well. But it started to get to a point where he barely hid it. Like, it was just like, whatever, right? A week later, after that, girl, he told me he was going to Huntsville, Alabama, because Alabama A&M have this homecoming thing, was super popular. I do know he was going with his homeboys. Okay, have fun, enjoy yourself, be safe. I'm in the bed chilling, thinking my man being faithful, honey. He loves me. I'm scrolling on Facebook and I see my Facebook friends sharing a picture with him and some other girl in Huntsville the same night he was down there. Everybody sharing a picture like, ooh, goes, cute. Okay, I see you. And I'm like, and he posing for the picture. No, it's not something that he was hiding away from. No, he like this. And she's sitting on his lap like this. It's a new bitch in town. Wait. I could not believe my eyes. Y'all, this was the shockiest and the most brutal thing I have ever experienced in my life. This is when reality hit me like, Brie, ain't nothing sweet. It don't matter how sweet you is, loyal and caring. People can still do this. You are not exempt. And that's when it hit me. Like, I really stepped into the real world. Like, oh my God. Even though I did miss all of the red flags, it's just me just scrolling. And mind you, the girl wasn't even my Facebook friend. I found this out because my friends was sharing her pictures, talking about something. Ooh, ghosts, they look cute. I called him immediately, did not answer the phone. I kept blowing him up. He did not answer the phone that night. So the next morning, I had to go to work. Ooh, Girl, y'all, I ain't even got to speak on this. Y'all already know about going to work and being heartbroken, the worst feeling ever, especially you working customer service. You got to smile in people's faces. He finally called me. I went into the dressing room and I started talking to him, and I was boo-hooing, crying. I could not believe it. And I think he was just very nonchalant about it, like, yeah, you know, I'm sorry. Well, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't brutal about it, but he was just nonchalant, which is way worse than being mean about it. If you're going to be nonchalant about something you did, you might as well be mean about it, you know? So we hung up the phone, and I could not believe it. I was in the dressing room boo-hooing, crying. I was so hurt. That was it. That was all. Your girl was hurt. In my head, I'm like, what did I do? You don't have to do nothing, to be honest. It's just people just do what they want to do. Because me being the sweet girl that I am, I just could not imagine nobody doing that or just treating me like that. So it was just so devastating. And how we officially stopped talking, I think just stopped hitting him up and was just like, I'm done. 4 months later, he invited me to one of his family functions. His folks was having some. So to be honest, I said, okay. Around that time, I was so over it. I didn't have no more feelings towards him like that, but it was enough for me to accept the invitation. It was chill. It was just like being with a friend. That was one of our last times linking up. After that, I just didn't have that butterfly effect no more. I was just over it. We just literally just went cold turkey without talking for years. I didn't hear his voice for 3 to 4 years. He hit me up on Instagram 3 months ago. Very surprising. He asked me out on a date. Around this time, I was going through my own situation, broken up with the person I'm with, taking a break, you know how they go. So he asked me out on a date, and I was like, okay. Mind you, I still had that feeling in me that was like, you hurt me so bad, you know? And that's something I will say I never really understood to this day. I seen him on social media, and I used to just scroll past and be like, that's that boy right there. But he told me to FaceTime him, call him. Mind you, I didn't hear his voice, see him in so long. We FaceTimed, and we just started talking about old things, everything that happened, and he pretty much, you know, apologized. And I can tell he did grow and come from a genuine place, because let's not get it twisted, ladies. We all got dudes that try to hit us up like, hey, I miss you, and it's kind of like, oh boy, what? But I will say he came from a very genuine place. He told me all of the answers that I was thinking in my head without me even asking him. Like, he pretty much admitted that he was a dog, and he said that he was talking to multiple girls, which I didn't know. I was thinking it was probably one girl at a time, but no, he said, Bree, no lie, I did you so bad. I was talking to multiple girls. I was such a dog, and you was just so sweet and kind to me. He hoped, like, to this day, I don't ever run across no dude to treat me bad or take advantage of me. I couldn't even much get a few words in. He was just letting it all out because he is older now, and of course, the older you get, you want to find something stable. And he told me, you know, you is one of the best girls I ever met. I never met a girl like you to this day, and that's something I want now since I'm older, basically. Another thing he mentioned, which was pretty big of him to mention it, because people ego would not let them say things like this, but he said, I got my karma back from what I did to you. And he said during that moment, he used to always think about me like, dang, I'm going through this, but I remember me putting Bree through this same situation. It was like a light bulb moment. That's why I always tell people to this day, if you a good person, a sweet person, always remain that way. Don't let what other people did to you change who you are. That's something I love about myself. It don't matter what it is, fake friends, fake people in my life, relationships, I get done wrong. One thing I always stay true to myself, because I truly feel it's gonna pay off one day. Not just it paying off, it's just, this is just me. Like, this is who I am. And nobody on earth will ever change that about me. How other people treat you, that's their business. That's their karma. The funny thing about it, when he told me he felt like he went through his karma for hurting me, you'll think I feel super happy about it. I'm so over it at this point that I really didn't care if you went through it or not. But just to hear it kind of felt good. The Scorpio and me love a good revenge system, honey. Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you. After we talked that night, he told me everything. I just let it go. I haven't talked to him in months. One thing about me, it may take me a minute to get over something and be done. But when I'm done, I am done. I hope y'all enjoyed this summertime of my naiveness and me just being me, child. It's me just going through the motions. And if you want to see what happened exactly after I stopped talking to him, I'm finna post it right here. This is like a to be continued, to be honest. So click on the video that's right here to see who else I met. Yeah, if you feeling the vibes, like, comment, and subscribe. And guess what though? I'ma see you next time. Bye-bye.